What's going on, my fellow YouTube citizens, my subscribers, my friends? I'm back, and as you can see, it's TLT in HD. Yeah, in HD. And as you can see, how crystal clear the picture is. I figure I'd do y'all the justice by upgrade my video equipment. For those of you who've been getting aggravated and annoyed at my poor quality camera that I had on my ancient camera, which is this one, by the way, then you don't have to worry about that anymore. I figure I'll do y'all justice. Like I said, my channel, I see more people viewing, seeing more subscribers, more friends. So I figure, hey, if I'm going to continue to do this channel and try to reach out to people and share things that I might as well upgrade. A coworker had just came up, and brought it to my attention. He was like, man, I checked your channel out, and he was telling me how he enjoyed a couple of videos he watched. And he was like, man, you need a better camera, though. Then he said, I said, yeah, you're right. And he said, they got HD cameras. And I'm like, really? I'm not just, a big high-tech guy. At first, when I was in high school, before my dad used to always take me to Radio Shack. I hung out at Radio Shack a lot, fascinated with electronics. But when I started working and girlfriend and all this other stuff, as I got older, from elementary, high school on up, then all that stuff changed. So, but yeah, definitely showing you this is gonna be from here on out. Also, you notice that I don't have the headphones anymore because the microphone built in the camera. So these two here, they serve me well. They serve me well, but it's time to upgrade. Time to move on. So I kind of like the headphones because it made it look like a radio show, radio station, something like that. But I'll be okay. So in the drawer, and my ancient cam, yeah. As you can see, it still looks nice. Still look kept up pretty new. But I guess I can turn this into a computer store or something. So, yeah. But anywho, other than that, as far as, present the upgrade, where you can see me a lot better, a lot clearer, and won't get all upset and frustrated over, the poor quality and the slow camera and all that. Now you can be a lot more satisfied to enjoy my videos, to watch my videos and enjoy them without being frustrated at the quality. So here you are. So here's the things I had to present, of course, not just, introducing you to the new update, but a couple of things I wanted to share. And as far as with prophecy, of course, I got to continue that. Also, yeah, y'all see, cut the goatee out. Temporarily, I like to change up, start getting, itchy and just shaping it up all the time. And I'll say, hey, I'm going to just switch up again. But anywho, look how crystal clear that is. Don't you like that? Instead of me having to, focus and all that. But yeah, the Soto Appeal. Of course, got a newspaper article. And go a little close here. And autofocus, love that too. It says the Soto school face new protests. And as you can see, it says atheists allege Bible distribution by Gideons. They're going against Bible distributions. And here's what they said. It says, I circled it. Let me share the show a little clearer now. So let me get closer here. It's going to do the autofocus in a sec. It should. Okay. That should be good enough. You see where it says, according to the Gideons website, the organization distributed nearly 100 million scriptures to U.S. colleges, hotels, and hospitals last year, among other places. Passing out youth testaments is what Gaylor declares predatory behavior. They target 10 and 11-year-olds, said Gayla. And I said, pick on someone their own size. As parents, we try so hard to teach our children not to take gifts from strangers. There they are handing out New Testaments, and it's done in cahoots with public school officials. It's a very maddening situation that we continue to deal with. Okay, I want to know what's so maddening about passing out scriptures. And when they say pick on somebody your own size, how is that picking on them with scripture? I mean, it's not like they, hey, convert to Islam or die with a machete up to their neck. I'm not saying all Muslims are like that. I'm talking about extremists. You know how some of the extremists convert to Islam or die, put an AK-47 up to their neck, whatever. Yeah. But this is trying to introduce children at a young age to Christ, because you see that so many high schools, so many schools, period, colleges, high schools, elementaries, you name it, are falling apart ever since removing prayer out of schools. So removing prayer out of schools, and you know, you trying to remove scripture out of school, trying to make all schools secular. And by making all schools secular, of course, there's an opportunity for the devil to step in and cause havoc in schools. And that's pretty much what's been happening. Or not just in schools, but all over the world. So that right there, I just wanted to keep this article to show you how they steady attacking Bibles in schools. Where, of course, where the children growing up and developing, trying to find themselves, the atheists or the ACLU is trying to cause children to find themselves without the help of Scripture. Find yourself without Scripture. Find yourself without God. And it's impossible to try to find yourself without God. Okay. Another little article I got is man pleads guilty to threat, where he calls a hospital and he threatens to try to kill Obama. And as you can see, it says a Mississippi man has pleaded guilty to threatening to kill President Barack Obama and to blow up a hospital that refused to do surgery on his wife. Then, of course, it talks about the little report and what goes on, what happened. And then here's what particularly interested me is right here, where it says the Secret Service has said Williams called a hospital in Jackson to schedule surgery for his wife. Williams was told the hospital wouldn't do the surgery, and he threatened to blow up the hospital and kill Obama using a racist epithet to describe the president. And it's pretty much obvious what word he used. So what I want to bring up on this note is that the GPS, a lot of these contracts that's up through phone companies, a lot of these free phones, when they give out free phones, hey, come through us temporarily, get a free phone. And ever since 9/11, of course, this country has been under high surveillance. So that's why they have all these social networks. And they have all these social networks, of course, so we can express ourselves. And by expressing ourselves freely, just like on YouTube and on Facebook and on the pretty much died MySpace or whatnot, by us in Twitter, by us expressing ourselves, that kind of helps them to target who is a possible terrorist by the conversations we have, by our activities on what we describe, what we do in everyday life as far as our hobbies, trying to see who is a possible threat and who is a potential terrorist. So it's odd that this Tennessee man, calls a hospital, and threatens to blow up the hospital and talking about threatening to kill Obama, and the Secret Service got a hold to it. Now, how is it that the Secret Service is aware of the conversation that took place? Because the way this article is speaking is if the Secret Service heard it directly for themselves. It didn't say somebody witnessed to the Secret Service. It said the Secret Service said, as far as they heard it for themselves. So more than likely, when you call 911, you know, of course, those phone calls are recorded. But when you call a hospital, you know, that right there, phone calls being recorded at a hospital is quite rare. Because what reason would you have to record phone calls at a hospital? But 911, the ambulance, yeah. So by these free devices, these free phones that they condition now, of course, have built-in GPS systems, well, they're able to hear our conversations and they're able to track us wherever we are. So the GPS, of course, don't only works for our benefit, but it works for their benefit as well. So you up here, you know, calling your partner or whatever, or your buddy, those of you who trying to be Bunny and Clyde, or you know, you trying to be, I don't know, the, you know, bank robber, cops and robbers game, whatever. You call your buddy, you saying, hey, you know, I plan to go over here to such and such location and break in this bank. Oh, okay, what day, what time? Oh yeah, around such and such day. And you know, they can track you, they can hear, you know, monitor our conversations, and they know exactly turn for turn where we at, turn for turn what direction we head. Because you know, some criminals actually use GPS to go commit their crimes. So they using GPS to go commit their crimes, and it makes it a lot easier for the FBI and the CIA to get a hold of them. And that's why you watch it on the news where so many criminals been caught on Facebook and Twitter and YouTube, etc. Is because not only do these social networks help out the CIA and the FBI, and of course the police academy or whatnot, but also free phones with built-in GPS, which helps to find our location on where we are. Didn't think about that. So, of course, you know, I'm not trying to cause fear in anybody. You ain't got nothing to fear as long as you plan to do right by your equipment. Person can say, oh man, you know what, forget our cell phones, or oh, forget YouTube, forget Facebook. You know, now that I felt this, I don't want to be on it. I mean, if you have intentions of doing wrong, you gonna get caught regardless. I mean, it's gonna hit the fan regardless of which method, which route you take. Even the most slickest of thieves and slickest of criminals eventually get caught. I mean, look at Bernie Madoff. Even if you've been getting away with it for several years, you still eventually get caught. So ever since 9/11, it's under high surveillance. And, you know, the FBI, CIA watching my video, they know this, and you know, I ain't spoiling anything. If anything, it's helping them out because it's gonna cause people to be more aware, more alert, and maybe help people to straighten up and do right, knowing that they are under surveillance and knowing that they're being watched. You know what? Recently, I used my phone, my telephone, to go to a restaurant, and you know, I knew exactly the location where the restaurant was. I just wanted to try it out, you know, just to test the GPS out on it. And do you know the phone not only tells you, of course, turn by turn direction where to go, but it also has a picture, like a satellite picture of how that destination looks? Or you can use GPS to go to your home, just playing with it. I mean, you, of course, you know where you stay, and you use GPS to go to your home, and it can show you a satellite picture on your phone or the GPS system. But some phones or some GPS system have a satellite camera that can actually zoom down on your home or zoom down on whatever location you at, or whatever location or destination you're trying to get to, and show you what building you looking for, what place you looking for. Wow. So talk about extremely high surveillance. Very high surveillance. Another thing I want to bring up is one more article, and I think I got 15 time limit. I don't know if it's over the limit, but I want to point out something in Revelation, and then after that there'll be the wrap up on this new video and new update where you can see me a lot clearer.